Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Bangers Bricks. Once again, we're looking at a Lumibricks set, but in a new theme. So this is part of their Old West theme, and it's one of the newer sets. I have bought quite a few in this set. Sadly, many of them aren't available anymore, but as this one's new, then you can pick this up. So it is Lumibricks set 14014. It is the Old West Inn. It has 2,682 pieces. There are 66 printed tiles. There are 4.5 characters and a horse, 13 lights, printed manuals, and it cost me £140, which is approximately $180. One of the really nice things about these sets is that Lumibricks has started to increase how customizable they are. I'll be going through all of those changes, which I think are generally all for the positive. So here we are with the main front view of the set, which gives a good look at all of the prints and the lights. I think it's a very good looking set from the front. I love all the little posters and everything going through there. The walls here are actually quite a really interesting building technique, that they're actually stepped pieces, which are then leant against the side to give that kind of wood panelled look, which I think looks very good. And lots of small little curved pieces, again, just to show a bit of dilapidation and gaps and add to the character of the set. I spin this round and to show some of the new features of this set that I think really do add a lot to it. So as normal from the back here, oh, excuse the power bank there, it's just easier than using the one that's included, or you can see that attached. So as normal, you've got these downstairs doors that just open, giving you full access into there. But what's new are these upstairs walls here. If I pull these out, you can see that the designs are very modular, so you can swap them around. But what they're designed is there's lots of studs on there, so you can mix and match, you can move these around, you can plan how you want it to look to your heart's content, which I think is really nice. Adds that extra layer of customizable design here, that you choose how it's going to look. And I think that's very nice. I'm not sure how much use people will get out of it, and obviously there's a bit of a downside in that it does take up additional space to have the slide-in floor on top of the normal floor, and obviously the designs that are inside to some extent are simplified over some of the other ones. I think they do a fantastic job, but obviously there are compromises with this way of designing. But it is nice that you can customize it a lot more to how you want it. So they just slide nicely back in. If I bring this closer though, one of the other features are the lights. So you can see here that I've got just the white lights on here, but if I just move this power bank down to one side, there's a little handle on top. If I just move the camera up to give a better look, this lifts off and you can see the lights there. And what they've done is that they have provided multiple different lights to replace these. So as an example, just take off that one and then add on there. And then these actually can be taken off this way as well, rather than slid out. You can see how much of a difference the lights actually make. So there's 3 different areas where you can do this. These two with that pull-out bit at the top, and then if I move this, put the power bank back on top, move this round to the side, then move back down, then this can come off, and then this wall actually comes off, giving you better access into the downstairs bedroom. And again, the lights can be switched off there. So here you can see how the model looks with the 3 different lights. So first of all, white, then red, then green, and then orange. Each one gives a different feel, and I think it's wonderful that you can swap these out. It's a very cheap little addition, just some extra light covers, but again, it's really nice that you can customize it to how you want your model to be. I think the set looks absolutely fantastic with the lights on here, especially like how all the signs are illuminated. The lights on the outside really do add a lot, and the detail is just amazing. I think it looks great. I love these new lights that they allow you to swap out. I have put in the red lights for this one, as canonically this is where I kind of place it. It is just advertised as a normal hotel, but considering the Wild West setting and the characters and everything, I kind of imagine this more as a house of negotiable affection, judging by the ladies. So that's in my head canon what this is. But I think the extra lights really do add an awful lot, and you can set it up exactly as you want it, really. It's interesting in here, you really can see the level of detail. Like, for example, that the bloke in the bathtub has some of the white popcorn elements just to add a bit of extra bubble bath to it, which I think is a lovely touch. Once again, this set can be separated up into the different layers to allow you to have closer look inside the model, especially on the lower floors. However, I think it's fair to say with this one, it's not quite as stable when you do that, as you'll see when I take this top bit off here. There are connections like on the stairs here, which does mean that it doesn't, and these poles, does mean it doesn't quite fit on as easily as some of the other sets. It still works, and that's great, but yeah, it does make it a bit more difficult. But it does allow you to see more clearly into the restroom here, and the bath and the bar area, although you do get a good view from the back anyway. But yeah, when I pop that back on, and once again, you can always see the Lumibricks special pieces, which allow the power to flow downstairs when you pop this back on. So here we have the characters that come with this set. There are 4 main characters, although one of them has those 2 bodies, and the horse. I really like this set of characters. I think the detail is fantastic, especially the fabric elements from the 2 dresses and the poncho on this one. In particular, if you look at this lady, there's actually 2 dresses. There's the main dress and then the dress on top. I think it's a really nice touch and really does add to the characters. At first, I was a bit disappointed that they didn't put 5 characters in and instead had 1 character with 2 different bodies. I actually think it's a really nice touch and adds to the stories of the characters, which I just think add to it quite a bit. One thing that I haven't mentioned before in these reviews is the flavour text that goes with the characters. Each character is named with a backstory, which I think is a wonderful touch. I mean, these sets are meant more for adults than kids, but it's lovely that they have these play features in. So, on the left here, we have innkeeper Margaret. Behind her smile, can the inn really keep her afloat? On the right is the mysterious cowboy Carl, a bounty hunter to some, a long-lost fugitive to others. Then this next lady here is the arms dealer in disguise Elizabeth. Her fan hides her identity and stirs the flames of war. And finally, at the back, is the double-faced Sheriff Collins. The badge shines bright, but behind it lies a dark deal. I just think it's really nice that they've added these onto here. As always, you can choose to use the characters or not. It's up to you, but I think they add quite nicely. One also other thing that I think is really good is that they've added some diversity in with this set. A lot of the other characters in a lot of the sets have been very, very white. So it is nice that there is different skin tones and skin colours throughout the sets, which should always be applauded. So to round up this review of the Old West Inn, I think this is a fantastic step forward for Lumibricks. I really like how customizable the sets are. Yes, there are some compromises because of that, but I think overall it's nice to make it your set, to choose how you want it to look and everything that you want in it. And I think that is a really positive thing. Overall, I think it's a really pretty, good looking set and a fantastic addition to the Old West range. I am delighted that there is an Old West range. I do miss the Lego ones. So it's wonderful that you can buy all of these and start to make your own Western village. I just think it's such a wonderfully detailed set with some fantastic characters. And yeah, I would absolutely recommend everyone to get this. So thank you for joining me this week. If you'd like to help the channel, then please do like and subscribe and have a look at the affiliate link that's in the description. If you buy from there, it does help the channel. So until next week, thank you very much.